Every great prompt has 4 layers. Once you see this structure, you cannot unsee it, and once you start using it, your results will transform. This is the single most practical framework in the entire course, and it works for any task, any model, any audience. By the end of this episode, you will have a fill in the blank template you can use for every prompt you write from today forward. Type this exact prompt into any AI. Write me a summary of our sales data. What do you get? The model has no data. It makes numbers up. It has no format instruction. So you get random paragraphs. It has no audience guidance, so the tone is generic. And it has no constraints. So it writes 500 words, and when you need it, only 3 bullets. The result? You spend the next 10 minutes sending follow up messages trying to fix it. Sounds familiar? This is what happens when you give an instruction with zero structure. The fix is simple, and it is the framework we are about to learn now. Here are the 4 layers. In layer 1, which is system, who the AI is, you set its persona, expertise, and communication style. For example, here we'll say you are a senior data analyst who communicates in clear, executive friendly language. This rarely changes between calls. And in layer 2, we have developer, where we define the rules and the format, guardrails, output structure, and constraints. For example, here we can give guidance such as respond in bullet points, maximum 5 bullets, never make up data, and also this is static. Once you set it, you can reuse it again and again for subsequent prompts. And in layer 3, we have context, what the AI knows for this specific request, which is the actual data, retrieved documents, conversation history. And this changes every single call. And in layer 4, which is the user, which is the actual ask of the prompt, your specific question or instruction right now. And one important insight I want to reiterate is layer 1 and layer 2 are static. You write them once and you reuse. Layer 3 and 4 are dynamic. They can change every time. Together, all 4 produce a prompt that works in one shot. Here's the full example assembled. So in the system, we are defining you are a senior data analyst, communicate clearly for executive audiences. This sets the persona and tone. The second layer, developer, we say use bullet points, maximum 5, and with a key risk callout. Only reference data I provide. That locks in the format and prevents hallucination. And the context, layer 3, where we are providing it the actual Q3 numbers, revenue, customers, churn, top segment. Without this, the model would make up numbers. And in the fourth is the user prompt, where we say summarize Q3 and identify the single biggest risk for Q4, which is quarter 4. Clean, specific, and one ask. And the result is a crisp, formatted, accurate 5-bullet summary with a key risk callout. Done in one shot. No follow-ups needed. Now you compare this with the task which we did earlier, summarize our sales data, which was giving ambiguous results. Now with this 4-layer prompt, which is more perfect in nature, is the same model. The only difference is the structure which we provided in the prompt. Here is a before-after comparison, comparing the single line prompt with the well-structured 4-layer prompt. If you look at consistency, one-liners give you something different every time. The 4-layer structure approach gives you consistent structure each and every time. From an accuracy standpoint, without data in the context layer, the model hallucinates. With data, it stays grounded. And from a format standpoint, without developer rules, you get random paragraphs. And with rules, you get clean bullets and structured callouts. With a one-line prompt, you will have to provide follow-up prompts, and you need to iterate 3 or 4 rounds. No, I meant so and so, and you have to fix it. Whereas with 4-layer prompts, you're done in just one shot. Even from a cost standpoint, and here's the kicker, right? So those 4 to 5 follow-up calls or prompts which you give to the model in order to explain to get better results are not free. Each one burns token. Whereas with a four-layer structure, with a one well-structured prompt, it is literally cheaper than the five bad ones. So the point is, one good four-layer prompt is better and cheaper than five lazy one-liners. Structure saves time and money. Just to wrap up, from now on, every prompt you write has four layers: system, who the AI is; developer, the rules; context, what it knows; and user, what you want. So, user is the real prompt which you give to AI, whereas you define the system, the developer, and also you provide the context based on what you want to ask AI, right? So, these four layers are your default template, and it works for any task, any model, any audience. If I have to ask you to memorize anything, it's just this four-layer structure which you can remember. So, in the next episode, we are going to set up AWS Bedrock so you can try all of this yourself. We look at hands-on lab in the subsequent sections, which is and then we'll even look at the four-layer prompt, run it live. We can compare it against different model and see the transformation with your own eyes. See you there.